I would say that I'm learning that asthma is not just manageable, but it is treatable. That the asthma and the increase of inhalers that actually have been stronger, and I'm at the top of the inhaler list now and didn't even know it, over just a period of 5 short years. The asthma was getting worse, and my health was declining. I've had pneumonia twice in those 5 years. I've had one virus after the other, one bad flu, could have gotten COVID at the end of February perhaps, because I was so sick. I'm just very excited now to know that I don't have to just manage asthma for the rest of my life, that I can change my lifestyle, that I can be more relaxed. I actually have less anxiety than I had when I started. I don't have the anxious outbursts in our conversations that Greg and I used to experience. Like an emotional type of driven. And then I'd just probably be hyperventilating, and then that hyperventilation would just keep me going. And I would just be fueled on this anxiety, not knowing where it came from and what was going on. I haven't had those. I think I had one, but I was aware of it, knew how to stop it since we started working. And that's an exciting part I didn't anticipate. I have more energy than I've had in a very, very long time. And now I get to awaken kind of relaxed, refreshed. I think with the CPAP, I was starting to have these anxiety wake-ups that I didn't quite understand. I don't have those now. I'm looking forward to really trusting this whole process and going off of the CPAP and just utilizing these principles and making them work so I can be free of this CPAP, this, what do you call it, this jet pilot fighter mask that I've been wearing. So it's really almost like a new lease on life. And I'm even more motivated after this session to practice the exercises and become even more aware, to continue to incorporate them into my life. The breath holds when I need it, or just when I'm just about my daily tasks. And the belt is comfortable around my midline now, where I thought I would not get used to it in the first day or two, but within 5 days, it's my friend. And the tape on the lips was no big deal. And so I would say, these techniques they're really good. And Fred is an amazing, awesome coach who has walked Greg through this. And I can't imagine having done this by just reading a book or talking with someone. So I did indeed need these coaching sessions and put them to good use. And Fred has been wonderful to give feedback continuously through email. And so I could just continue the growing process even during the week in between our sessions. And one thing, if I could add, I did not talk about the medications. I've used the rescue inhaler only 2 times. One time when I didn't have the patience to try the breath holds. And the second time when I tried the breath holds, but I needed a little bit more. And it might be because of, whatever was in my environment. But in 2 months, I've only used the rescue inhaler twice. That's amazing for me, because I was using it when we started working. I was using it 4 to 5 times each week at least, which was way too much. So the maintenance inhaler that they had me, that's supposedly the strongest one, was not maintaining and working. So, and also I am working with the doctor right now, and I've already started to decrease my maintenance inhaler, the Advair that I've been on. I'm doing it every other day and having good results. So it's working for me. I can see that I'll be off those inhalers soon.
Excellent, excellent. And your control pause, what did it start at? What was at the beginning?
It actually started at 6. As low as 6, maybe 5 or 6.
And where you,
And within a couple of weeks, I jumped into the teens.
Mhm.
And then I think a few more weeks after that, I was in the 20s. Now I wake up in the 30s. 35 is my morning pause usually. And after exercising, I'm 45 for my control pause, which is amazing. And I feel so good. And my energy level is just increased and skyrocketed, is what I would say. I could do a
Excellent.
10-minute walk, and now I can do a 50-minute, almost an hour walk without stopping. It's like, wow. Ready for the 5K walkathon or something.
Excellent. How about yourself, Greg? Would you like to share anything?
Oh, I think, for me, I knew that this program was for her with her sleep apnea. And so I'm starting to, at first it was more of an alley thing. But I'm starting to, it kind of dawned on me tonight as we were talking through all this stuff, as we discussed how valuable air is. I started thinking about the engine stuff, and how valuable it is. And that's just a piece of metal that has to run, but oxygen is very important for it to run right. How much important it is for us to be able to adjust our oxygen flow in order to run properly, and that just kind of hit me today. And the more I started looking through the book, I am getting interested because and I'm kind of watching how Allie, with her apnea and her asthma and her allergies, because I do have a lot of friends that have sleep apnea, that are just putting on the mask every night and going through the motions, for the rest of their lives.
Hmm.
So I'm kind of on the interested side more and more on how this system works. We have a book here that we're gonna, I want to really kind of get into it. At first it was, well, what if we can help her, it'd be great, But even for me, if I can, get more energy by thinking, the hard part is the thinking part. Like you said, with the tape during the day, you're not thinking because you're taped. But to keep the tape off, it's a mental thing that you have to remember, because if you start thinking about your day, you'll start breathing through your mouth and not even realize you're doing it, So you need a constant, thought process of what you're doing through the day. And then after a while, it'll become a habit to breathe that way. But at first, it's really hard, when I'm working through my day, I get involved in what I'm doing, and then like an hour later, and I'm thinking, did I breathe through my mouth, through my nose? I don't remember, So it's a constant thing where you have to constantly think at first in order to make it a habit later.
Right. Right.
And I'm intrigued. I'm getting intrigued, even though we're at the end, getting towards the end of our session. We have the book, and it's something it's interesting for me,
Yeah.
to watch her and how she's changing, and how her quality of life is getting better just through the breathing aspect.
Right. Right. Exactly.
So I want to share that with other people, so I want to learn more about it.
Excellent.
Right.